Raider.
Welcome back to another episode of Sauce Therapy. I'm Stefano, better known as Floki.
Sibu Sola with the sauce. Today's topic is mental health.
Nicely, and as you can see, we're joined by three saucy people.
Of course.
We're gonna let them introduce themselves and let us know.
What they do.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna start with
My name is Wendy Wangoye. First of all, I hate the question, what do you do? Because I do so many things. So I'm like, do you guys have the time? Yeah, but I just do a lot of like marketing, digital stuff. Yeah, that's me.
we see you and we appreciate you.
Wow.
My name is Bolivia, Kenya, and I live life. Yeah, that's what I do. I live life.
I like that. I like
Go
that.
for
I
kiss
live
guy. Go for
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Save the last for the best. Well, age before beauty. My name is Chanzu. I go by Chanzu, but you can call me the Duke of Rongai as well. I also do what you call it, digital thing. I should say.
digital space.
Yeah. So that's just about it.
Yeah, man. As Sibu said, by chopping up mental health. And I think the first thing we're gonna start up, since clearly to say digital creatives,
Yes, sir.
digital marketers.
People who live life.
What are some of the things that mental health that affect creatives?
Yeah.
I think because right now, everyone's work is out there. There are so many outlets for people to share their work. If you don't make it on Instagram, you can make it on Twitter, and then it's shared across the board. So wherever you are in like your small space, someone else's efforts can maybe be seen bigger than yours. So when you come onto that space, it kind of brings you down. You're like, how comes this person has, especially when you have that infinity
Complex.
Yeah, or you feel like sometimes you don't believe in or you can believe in your work and you're like, okay, even this picture, everyone is liking this picture and I take better pictures, how come? So and then I think it's just that comparison. Social media has made people more vocal about things, so like it's easy for them to like either tear you down or compare you to another person in your field of work. So.
And also, I think also comparing two creatives.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention names, but anyway, Majimbo and Drono. You remember how Majimbo was?
Yeah, it's like to uplift someone's efforts. They have to
They're trying to
put
put
someone down. And you can just
Legends can coexist.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's the
Yeah,
chance.
that's
What do you
facts.
think, man?
I think personally, I'd say majorly comparison. Comparison is a thief of joy. Yeah. But beyond that, I also think that there's a lot of pressure when it comes to the creative industry, especially on platforms where you have to, show your life off, things of that nature. So I think the template that has been set about what success should be like is not even it. Or ground fit on it different. You see, it's all as a charade. No nakuta. If you base your life on someone else's image, you will keep on chasing it. Not she's not even doing it. She's trying to portray. You see, so there's always that conflict. Yeah, you feel like you're less of a person, or you're not achieving your maximum potential because you're not getting the attention. So your validation that people need online, I think it creates a lot of pressure for them, and at the end, it might be very detrimental to someone's mental health.
just to add to it, people are so mean online.
People
are so mean.
The
Like,
internet
they
is
normally
just-
not say such things in front of you.
Right?
Because, you know, like, I mean,
Hey, I was square up on
Oh, my
fact.
they're so
Let me tell you something. I think I understand what you're saying, but there are always you see those faceless people especially.
Yeah.
Whoa, faceless people always do the most, and I think it is what you said, the inferiority complex, where they want to project
It's so much production.
their insecurity.
You know, I was even saying Kenyans are just mad.
Yeah, it can really
So you
be
stop
like
being
that.
mad at them. Because the country is
So
already
you
beaten.
feel where you need to project
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
to the other person.
Which is whack.
So banter is fine, but there is a line that we draw. You cannot joke about some things.
Yeah.
There are certain.
Okay, you can do
And
that,
people
but banter is
forget.
okay.
Banter is
Banter is
okay.
fine.
Tricky, because I feel like honestly,
the
people also
Very
People go
sensitive.
ham. Hey, people go in. on
people
you.
are also too sensitive. Also, because I
No,
might say
let me
something
tell
as a
you.
joke.
Z.
You guys blow it out of
Nah.
proportion.
I'm seeing where you're coming from.
People blow it out of proportion, bro. I can say something banter, KOT too, must say jokes. Like I even have to start thinking about tweeting because I'll be like, how are people going to take this? And it
They might
happens so many
literally
Oh,
times.
that's right.
Yeah,
It can be
proportion.
too out of pocket, bro. Couldn't have
Yeah, that's
out of
You're like, what are you
out of the
doing?
throat.
It's like,
It's not even out. Besides the pocket.
But guys actually sensitive nowadays. That matter.
But sometimes,
But that
let me
is
tell you, some
sensitive
people can
if-
be too
if
mean.
phrases used
Yeah.
very
Some
loosely
people can
sometimes.
be too
It's like
mean.
someone has said something like, you're just like, why? And then they're like, you guys are just too sensitive. And you're like, why, bro?
I just want to
Because
know
I was just,
why.
it's banter. I was putting it out there so you guys know. You don't take that too
One
so
thing.
seriously.
One thing. You should know that we are in a different time.
Yeah.
So there's some things that you cannot say.
You just
You can look at my
can't
tweets
say
from like
anything.
2014 up to 2015.
Yeah.
Okay, some are
You are
reckless,
reckless.
but we're talking about the present.
Yeah.
So if you angalia those tweets from before, even generally, even say comedy
Yeah.
and how people related during the past, ilikuwa too very loosely. Nowadays people have gotten access to information, and that's why I think you may think that people are sensitive, but it's the gradual change of our culture.
Society and also.
No,
Mimi naweza twist nikanzolie la sijaanza.
good.
Yeah,
That is a thing. That is
But
a thing.
how do you
Yes.
feel about
Scared.
cancel culture? Do you think it's...
That's a
long for
tricky
me.
thing.
I feel
Yeah.
That's long for
I
me.
feel like there's so many sides to it.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah.
people who will take advantage of that as usual and
And
accuse
they
people
really
of
push
wrong
it.
things.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it never really exists, because I saw this white woman who, you remember that white woman who tweeted that, going to Africa, I hope I don't
No,
get
that was
AIDS.
bad.
Yeah.
So,
Bruh.
like her, apparently she got fired, and then she got rehired to another company that's owned by the same company that fired her. Like, you see, it's just
White
so...
privilege.
You see, yeah, so I feel like cancel
Yeah.
culture
Caucasity
only
for me.
applies to certain
It's the caucasity for me.
Cancel culture does not exist.
It really
But
does.
It's a phrase that people are trying, who has been cancelled and been cancelled and cancelled and cancelled.
Shafi,
Maybe
bruh.
Shafi.
Checky. Arkeli has not been cancelled. When that documentary
But
came
there's
out,
you know
that
what
guy was popping, bro.
cancelling
But
is? It's
It's
not on for
done,
Baka.
done,
The
done.
club should not be playing his music.
song.
You know,
But
you can't be cancelled.
unajua,
Yeah, because people
Okay,
have
but
been
then you
cancelled
see,
and
if
you
it's
come
affecting
back.
your bag,
Yeah.
I think that's also being cancelled. Like,
Yeah,
cause
really.
But you can still bounce back from it.
you think
It's gonna be tough.
can
but
bounce
you
back.
can bounce
if you're
back.
white, maybe. Like, if you're white, but like.
Yeah.
so you say
It's
I
gonna
can
be
never bounce
tricky.
back when it comes.
Yo, like a question.
Yeah.
Because ya Chanzu.
Eh,
Mbona wale wasetu wanakuanga Twitter tu wanachachisha. The same people. We'll never get new characters.
I think activity is
no one is
personal. No,
trying.
it's personality.
It's not something people are asking.
No, it's just
Until now, that's I want to be them.
it's not like wanting to be, but like every time there's a controversy, it's always the same.
Oh, it's
people.
always the
Not
same
wanting
people.
to-
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about in
Because
that line.
one
Yeah.
Because one append.
That's what they cry for.
Siba gatekeeper.
That's how they
Everything.
When I get drama.
I gatekeep drama.
When you watch it, what's the gatekeeper? When you watch it, if you get
And that should not be true. But anyway, so
And they gatekeep drama.
yeah, so some of the things. So
Yeah.
we'd say that some of the things that affect creators in terms of their mental health is probably how people online talk to them, maybe,
Yeah.
and also what you said, comparison.
Comparison.
Oh my
So
god, there's
like-
also one thing we forgot to say. Trolls. Like they're just some people who come on like
Yeah.
your page as a creator and they feel like because they are not doing what you're doing or they're just bored or
They just have time.
or because people like you or then they're just there
I
in your
feel
I
like
comment.
it's still
understand.
insecurities. I feel like they're just still
They're just
insecure.
like-
You have zero
And
friends,
it
so you're out
affects you
here.
as a creative. Like you don't want to
Yeah.
put yourself out there
Content.
because
Yeah, that's
it feels
something
like, you know,
else.
like,
Yeah.
who's going
You
to
start
say this?
slacking.
Like,
It's
wow.
it means for you like a lot of negativity, so you
Yeah.
end up not even
Yeah.
reaching your full potential.
And
because
already-
there's so many like trolls trashing your work, and
Yeah.
probably you have like super good work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
like
just about to say, and already like putting your work out there takes a
Takes a
lot.
lot.
Yeah, that's
It
there.
really takes a lot.
That's there.
So for
Yeah.
someone to come and just put you down, it's just
Is there
Yeah,
is there a
man.
point where you guys are in a creative block and have taken so much time to put out ama hujakuwa na controversy sana mpaka wasewala zako it's like where you
Yeah,
where
like
you now
where you, yeah. To some like you're an artist, yeah. Then you're always
Dropping
people,
gems.
yeah. Or like someone who like paints or something. You're always putting out like your paints. You're like most of your artwork, and then there's
You
a
just
time you have like a creative
yeah.
block. You don't know what
I
to.
think I'm currently in one right now.
Yeah, and then you have people chilling you at
Watu
where
wanasema,
where did
hautafuti?
you go?
Yeah. What are you
Funny,
doing?
yeah, what are you
pregnant?
doing? They come with some wild stories that don't even make
always
sense,
That's
my
never get
guy.
through.
Actually,
You
Yeah.
just go from flight for like 5
The
months.
number of DMs I've gotten.
Chanzu amesema it's true.
Hey.
On flight for 5 months.
Something is not
Me and my the joy, the love of my life.
But it's true. I understand what you're saying because
Yeah.
personally I've gotten that before. And Nakuta, there are a lot of questions. Hey, where you been? What are you doing? Hey, kwani ulifanya? Unaona?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Fell off.
bro. I mean, you see.
Yeah, that's what they come with first.
So
Oh,
he
fell
fell
off.
off.
Fell off.
Fell off.
So that-
See, her
that's
life
what
must
you
be
get.
sucky right now.
There's something that I
Where
said
is she? I've had it all, man.
yesterday, and it was in the lines of the moment I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. So I think even creatively, it's very exhausting. I really respect guys who do, what you're doing,
Yeah.
because it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of things, and for you to make that sacrifice, it's a big deal. But sometimes things don't always go in the direction that you want.
Yeah.
Also, you may as well maybe think that you need some time off because you're experiencing issues. There are certain factors that cannot make you perform effectively, optimally. So you just decide to lay back, But now people have this expectation. Yeah.
you always have to
I
do
want to
job.
check your shit.
It's
Bro.
true.
I want to praise you.
Yeah. It
So
really does.
I don't think that is an obligation. It's not supposed to be an obligation.
Yeah.
It's just fun for some people. If you can monetize it, it's good.
Yeah.
But I think that you pressure watu wanapatianga mtu you should be doing this because we know that you're good at it.
Yeah.
It's just not alright if you ask me.
It's bookie, man. For us young people, what do you guys think are like some of like the major causes that like contribute to us having mental health issues? That was from him.
Hey!
That was from the-
Oh my God.
Wendy, come kaya hapa. Come
It's a
kaya
safe
hapa.
space. It's a safe space.
You wanna hug?
Oh my God, that was deep. That was deep.
don't realize that we're growing up in different times.
Yeah.
How much were they buying bread?
Bruh.
$5.
Their time.
Really?
And you know,
Really?
you know this when you're
When I
asking for
was-
money.
yeah.
Actually, you want 1,000. You know when I was your age, I was buying 1,000 to take me for 4 weeks.
Your time and my time.
Economy has changed.
But that was like 10K at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Like,
still,
it's not the same, bruh.
So it's like some of the things that our parents like achieved by the time they were
Yeah,
our age.
yeah.
You're just there like,
that's it.
wow,
Married
great.
at
But then
21.
it's like you can't come back and expect that from me, and it's
Yeah.
like,
We live in
Shamba,
different times,
sahi,
man.
shamba.
And so I feel like the
Yeah,
pressure
we're
they
living
keep, the
different
pressure
times.
they keep on us to achieve what they had
Yeah.
is quite
On
long.
that achievement thing, let me add to it. I saw this thing of how, you see how we're in this age where normally people are supposed to have like maybe married and stuff and that and stuff. But then now, because of the economy and stuff, you know, because there are certain things that mark these things, like maybe buying a house and doing that. But we can't do that. We can't afford that.
Yeah.
And so we're like in this weird space, and then they don't want to understand that. They really
Yeah.
don't want to. And then on top of that, that you're a digital what?
They don't understand that.
So you're this like hustle and like it's
Doctor
really
guys.
Are those reels paying?
Conversely,
you get like it's a lot.
Conversely, I also think what contributes to what you say is also sitakuita tamaa, but it's what's the word? I don't want to say over expectation. What's the word? You understand?
Just
what?
use
You
that
see,
one.
Yeah,
that one that I'm
that's
saying.
why, yeah.
Unataka kuomoka na siku moja.
They call us the microwave generation.
Unataka kuomoka na siku moja. Kesho unataka upeleke.
Yeah.
Be-
And it's
Wow.
step by step.
Do you think that is sustainable? Huh?
No.
Because if you're building wealth, it just doesn't come overnight.
Yeah, it takes a minute. Yeah.
Hata Bitcoin uliinvest
Take long.
unaye unaomoka 2020. But there's that over expectation. Yeah, I need this to pay off tomorrow.
Yeah.
You see, so I also think that ISO standards and people have set with no actual, plan that
They're
is.
not realistic.
They're not real. Some are very unrealistic.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you don't achieve them before
Yeah,
graduation,
no,
like it's not working for
yeah,
me.
no,
That's true.
And it's
Yeah.
also peer pressure because people don't like to, because we're in a society where it's like everyone is looking at your score like, okay, we anafanya hivi, we anafanya, you know, and it's like,
Unaweza
and then they
best
start
yako.
giving you those quotes for t-shirt when you roll.
We all
Show me who your friends are.
we all have the same 24 hours.
Yeah, and then that's when even like as friends you can't even discuss like maybe the low moments because it's like, okay, my friend drives a Beamer.
Your low is someone else's high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. And then you can't like come to them and be like, yo, but this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Man. That and that. Because when we go out to the club, maybe we just all wanna look like we're good. We're hanging out. We're then
Everybody is sorry.
I'm with the wave.
if
I'm with the wave.
Chango. TikTok, that picture for laughing my ass. You're just looking at your friends and like, hey.
That's why you have to
Nobody.
improvise. Unasema, simu yangu imezima.
Check.
Nilipie.
Yeah.
Utaitwa next time. Utaitwa next time.
Chanzu apendagi
Nilipie.
We've created an
comparison.
environment where
What?
people just can't be open about their
Yeah,
problems.
there's a lot of judgment.
and a lot of judgment. So instead of like being honest and upfront about like what's really happening,
Yeah.
because let me tell you, Aki, if there's something I know in this life, I can
Tell us.
stand in
Preach,
it.
preach,
Don't
baby.
even
I'm
tell
telling you,
us.
life comes around.
Fast.
But
This
it
thing
really
for-
comes around.
Someone helped you today, and then you feel like, ay, ati, oh, sasa atalipangi bills. Aki, there's going to be one day.
But I think you should also be open to
One day.
you should also be open
But
to
you know-
saying, hey, enyewe,
Mini
this is
queen.
beyond my
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unajua unaweza kuwa
How many
best yako.
people will do that?
Yeah.
How many people
No,
will
but
do
you know you
that?
can do
See,
that.
and
And then you
becomes-
shut down. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
people
what
are
you're
trying to
afraid.
fit in. known for a while, and that's the only kind of friendship circle, you know.
Yeah.
So to pull away from it, like, it's so hard.
You also
Yeah,
fall back
you
to
also, yeah.
seeking mental health.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're lonely.
Yeah, now you're lonely, you're depressed.
Yeah.
But then you're broke.
Another one.
And now you see your friends on the gram doing the most.
But that's the time they go on trips.
They're gone.
But another one.
Yeah, you're not like until they don't even put you in like the group. Yeah, in the group. Actually, yeah, you're not even in the group. I told you.
They're not even sharing memes with you.
You're silent, my guy.
Alikutoa close friends. Na hiyo ni sema wameenda trip.
Another which I feel is self-inflicted. Most of us, me included, and check it. Because I saw it, guys. People were diagnosing themselves with things, but I'm telling you, you know me, I'm bipolar.
There's a genuine case, you know.
Yeah, there's a genuine case.
But some people weaponize mental health.
They do.
They do.
Some people use it conveniently. When it's convenient for me to be bipolar,
Then there's all the way. All the way.
let's just take it from a professional
point of view.
Yeah.
Clinical.
That okay, someone might feel that even accessing these things are a little bit expensive, but I believe there's toll numbers that are free for diagnosis. There are things. As in, let us also take responsibility to create an environment where it is safe to be genuinely, to come out and even give your own testimony.
Exactly.
You know this.
Because I felt like it was a wave.
It was hijacked. There was a time.
And I
feel that's like it's very wrong. Like imagine how someone who's actually going through that feels, and it's like
the same thing.
Yeah.
And so what do you guys think about social media and like shangyang our mental
And
health?
people who are faking it on social media. People who are faking
That's actually
I
sick.
think that's the saddest thing ever. Like that's actually sickness. Yeah, like just having to fake it. Okay, but then also, like we said, there's some situations that make you feel like you have to do such things. But then for how long? Like how long can you keep that up?
Yeah, like is it really
Utabamba,
that serious?
like honestly,
You
and
need to
then
fake your life.
I'm actually
if
really
it's not
concerned
going on brand, then I mean,
really concerned for the kids who are coming up, because what they're seeing on Instagram is people living life. La vida loca.
La vida loca.
Bruh, and then like it puts them under pressure to get what these people want, and they can't, like the means these people use to get there is crazy. Maybe man.
What's your trying to contribute? Please use massage. They're giving people a lot of pressure. Cause that is crazy money that you cannot even make genuinely. But when you can
I want this.
That's what I want.
And you go down a rabbit hole.
You know, I tell my small bro, I think you should just focus on what you're good at, then try to monetize it. Lakini, just don't feel the urge to be very anti-competitive online, because there's always someone who's going to be better than you. There's someone who's going to be living a better life than you. The goal is to better yourself. So if you go into something with that mindset, you'll be better placed to at least grow yourself without taking someone else at your marking scheme.
Why is what my chance?
I think there's one thing that's like the hardest part of social media and how it affects people's mental health is like, what do you share and what don't you share? Because when it comes to like mental health, like people want to like go online and be able to type like how I dealt with my depression, how I did this and this and that and that. And there's some things that people feel like, okay, you can share this, but you can't share that. And it's the thing about the whole sharing aspect is today they want you to know, tomorrow they don't want
Tomorrow
to
you
know. Tomorrow they want to know.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much do you share about like things that are going on in your life? And it's like they're watching until some certain point and they're relating and they're like, I know that's too much. You shouldn't have. But I'm like, if it meets the objective of what you're trying to put across, it's good. But then there's also, you can do that and then now people take that information. There are some who take it positively and be like, she went through this and this and that and she came out stronger. And there are others who are just going to take it like, okay,
and use it when they're
next time. Why are we like that? It's not a safe space.
So how do you deal
It's
with
really
that,
not
honestly?
a safe space. You see, now we don't know.
It is changing the culture.
Yeah.
It's changing the conversation.
You have to change the
Let me ask you a
culture.
question. Personally, I think I've had a stint where I've known someone who's suffered from, I don't know, it's depression. I don't want to give it a name. But how do you approach a friend and ask them to seek
if you want to be the person to tell them to go there, I feel like you have to also make sure that they feel safe talking to you. That way, you can be like, hey, pali mefika, I don't think I can handle it. Get some help.
Not get some help.
And you even help. Like if it's someone that's who's your friend, for really when you'll go and Google like list of professionals, you'll be there for that person fully and you'll give them.
And the way you talk to them, how you tell them.
That's check, ukirudi huku.
Because when you tell someone,
if you're aggressive towards it,
they'll pull away.
You can say it in a jokingly way, pia afikiria wafaa. There's a chance to say wafaa.
You think they don't know that? Something they know. They don't know how to mean it.
That's why people don't come out with their problems.
Exactly.
Also, such,
how you can tell your friend, hey, I'm going through some shit, and then they tell you, where the boo.
Can
Yeah,
you
then someone is like brushing you
Because I know what is in my
relax.
You know,
like proper.
The problem is, people online think that the same standards, the same conversations happen offline. Home, mtaani people would say at ile template, you know, this is steps, ni kama ile, what do you call it, 7 steps of addiction. No, atakuja tu akwambia, ule nani alivuta mango hadi. But he needs help.
Have those conversations when you're not indulging in extracurricular activities, if you know what I mean. You see, now we can have this conversation, you see, but when you're out there, you want to bring it up to your boy and you're in a club, of course he's going to brush you off, bro. You feel me? So
now, I have a question for you. Do you think we'd need a therapist if friends could keep secrets?
Kinda.
definitely.
It's easier to talk to strangers because
First
of all, strangers will not judge you. Maybe they'll judge you, but they'll not show it. It's easier to talk to. We feel like it's easier to talk to a therapist because that's a stranger, they won't judge you. And then mostly they'll come from a point because this person doesn't know.
Exactly.
Because as friends, it's easy for us to dismiss our friends' problems because we think they know them. Like you come and tell me you are feeling depressed about something. No, imagine it's not that big of a deal. When we hang out, whenever we hang out, you're always like, with the team, you're putting us all like on our toes and whatever. It's like we can't also fathom that. There's that side of you that feels like.
And also therapists, when you talk to a therapist, they come with theories of how they can deal with
they know how to go about the so they know. Okay, they might not be right, like
all
sometimes,
the time.
but they know where to start from and how to deal
and like
with
how
things.
to help.
With friends, we should also apply that. It's like if you come to me with a problem and then you want me to give you the answer that you want,
then
you're not coming for
Yeah.
You're not coming for a solution, you're coming for validation.
Yeah.
And that's why we can't open up to our friends, because it's
true.
like, if I tell my friend, and yeah, last night this is what I did in the club with so and so and so and so, and then I feel like my friend is not like siding with them, like, yo, by then you shouldn't have done that, like maybe say I was with someone's man or something, and my friend comes and tells me like the truth, like, and yeah, that was wrong, you shouldn't have done that, like, why would you, you feel like they're tearing your character apart, and then it's like, is this really my friend, like, like ladies, like, whose side are you on? You know how guys complain. I can't, like, you can't have a conversation with your significant other because when she tells you she's venting a story about her friend and you side with the friend,
that only applies to one gender.
I think so.
But you don't go to therapy looking for validations, but you come to friends looking for validation,
which is true.
Which Wendy brings us to the next thing, which is, why is it so hard for us to seek help, like us as young people?
Mabazua kwenda kupeleka mashida ati mtu uko office. Let me tell you, man, sometimes there's that culture of a man
and
is
that's
supposed to
the
be a man.
worst.
You're macho, you cannot be sitting like bro.
So ours is quarter times two. Us being African and not, this is not a conversation which is
I've asked someone to go for therapy, like, nicely, like, so now you think I'm mad. I'm like, no, you have things you need to deal with that I cannot really help you with, and you cannot do it by yourself. No matter how much you try, no man is an island, like, no matter how much you try. So it's better you go to someone who
knows what they're doing.
I mean, you'll still get there. But I mean, you'll just get a little.
You know that.
The biggest turning
point. So that whole thing of people saying like, oh, if I'm seeking help, then I'm crazy, then I'm what? I mean, so what if you're crazy?
The biggest turning point for me was a therapy session. It was between an Italian mobster called Tony Soprano and Dr. Melfi, who was the baddest gangster in town. He was, head of the mob, and a mobster is a mobster. But I watched that movie, and it just made me think things over and on. It's not that bad as long as you're seeking help to better yourself. I don't think there's a low point in that. It doesn't make you weak. It does not emasculate you to go and address your problems. In any case, it just it's manly enough to overcome that issue.
Exactly.
I think there's also that the notion of that there's false comfort in tackling things yourself. It's like in class, it's like you have a math problem, and then it's like you don't know how to do this, but then you don't want to ask. You don't want to ask the next person because you don't want to look like you're looking. Umse anakuangalia like.
Like just you can't.
Because even then, like, they just do it 1, 2, 3, and it's like it's bad.
I had a problem with math. Watu walipata nini?
Alikuwa anapatiwa karatasi ya hesabu.
You don't want to look like
you don't want to look like you don't want to look like you don't know what's going on.
But then a lot of problems, once you figure out the root of the problem, it's like it's not a problem anymore, because then now you actively work on it, like it stops being an issue.
Being a problem. Also,
I wish people would know that though.
Also, I feel like we should at home, when you in an African setting, when you go and tell your parents, oh, I'm suffering from depression, they look at you sideways like
depression.
They look at you like what? They just make you feel some type of way. So even when you're thinking about therapy, you're actually not even thinking about therapy because you've been dismissed at home already.
That is where.
And then being called ungrateful. It's like we've given
I've given you everything.
And
then you want to tell me
all this. Other people grew up.
Exactly.
What your life. Want your life.
Problems.
Take it then.
Another problem I think, especially Africa, especially Kenya, is counseling, psychiatry is quite expensive in terms of like you're supposed to be helping people, but you're
It's
being
so
told a sesh
expensive, bro.
like 7 G's or like 10
There's
depending on where you
cheap
go.
ones, but okay, even those cheap ones, Kwanzaa you'll find for church, you're like, eh.
But
Yeah,
you,
you know.
you also need to, you need the best help you could get. So but
Yeah.
also you
That's
look at
facts.
the financial. You're
Yeah.
like,
Because
because that
like,
just
you look at
Things like
people.
rehab.
It's
Yeah, even things
No,
like
rehab
rehab
is so
it's more
expensive.
expensive, and then you're looking at
Thousands of
someone
dollars.
who probably
Unaangalia
lives-
hivi you
Yeah.
wait.
You're
Netflix
looking at
subscription
someone
is
who day-to-day
1,500.
exactly.
Na
they
nini
make
is
kiasi
7,000.
money.
And even those, the drugs that you use for depression, they're so expensive.
They're
Yeah.
so expensive. So you look at the session itself, then you need to go source some medication. You
Yeah.
probably don't even have money like that, which
Yeah.
actually adds on even worse.
That is
Which
part
makes it
of-
even worse.
That is part of the government
Even
policy.
not
Yeah.
It should be the government should
Government should
subsidize.
change
Exactly.
mental health. Seriously. And you know what's
Right.
funny? We are actually in Mental Health Awareness Month.
Exactly.
Man,
And have you
So
seen
sorry.
anything like that? Maybe like,
Nothing.
we
Check
we normally
it.
have
Save it up.
So I think the government should at least come in and mitigate this problem, because we have, especially now in the middle of
Corona, bro.
panoramic
Yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Are you seeing
Now
that?
people are depressed
Now
because
people are
loss of
depressed.
jobs.
Yes.
especially this third lockdown, like almost everyone's broke.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then like, it's a lot.
It's
There are
yeah.
people who
It's a lot.
prefer being in the company of other people. They cannot do that. Walk with
Then
with
toxic
some
homes.
Yeah.
toxic homes.
Yeah.
So you need to get away. If you're confined in that environment for long, it will take a toll on you.
Yeah.
And you don't know where to seek help. I think the government should do more in trying to create awareness about creating mental health programs, putting enough
And
money.
then you see that, like, one of the only well-known government facilities for mental health has such a bad rep.
Eh.
Madare. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
It has such a bad rep.
I think
Like,
it
you
should
don't
have
even know
never
about that.
started like that.
Yeah.
It should have never started like
But
that.
you know what's funny?
Yeah.
Fun fact, it's not even called Matare.
It's called?
Matari.
Yeah.
Damn. Nasisa.
And you
People
made it
Not
look like
in
a
Madare.
Yeah, it is.
Let me tell you the funniest thing about
And then,
that.
like,
a
they have
political
one of the
80%.
best doctors,
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
But then now, honestly, even if I'm depressed right now, and you tell me to go to Madari, like,
Yeah,
Are you-
you're
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like
I'm not a-
yeah.
But anyway, the
'Cause
funniest
everyone
thing is
associates it with
anyone
like,
who
yeah.
goes to jail and has a mental problem is taking that.
To
So you're telling me, I go chill for
With
a therapy
cons.
session and there's an ex-colleague who's be like, he's the boundary scaring people. I don't even know what wing I'm going to. You get me?
With a haywire.
Hey. Not even on the same bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, so them being expensive, we say them being expensive.
Yeah.
African parents, masculinity, what is it toxic?
Toxic.
Yeah, toxic masculinity.
Femininity as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
The
toxic
Gender balance.
respectful.
yeah, no.
So like what happens when you live in a toxic home? Like what happens? Because that gets to
Unahema
toxic
tu.
environment.
Sasa utaenda.
Utaenda wapi
Sio
and
kuna
it's
mzee
home?
wako.
It is
Nako
never the answer.
unamse.
Yeah, what if you're
Baby.
man solo?
Everybody
Everyone in your house
Huh?
is just
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
sometimes you
then?
just don't know. I feel like if you're being educated and stuff, just work to get out of that. If you're, I don't know, like I can't.
You don't have
You
the
really
answer.
can't tell
Yeah,
someone
you
if you're
don't
not
have
in
the
that,
answer.
if
In
you're
that
not in that
situation,
situation, because you really can't. As in,
And
it's a
because
lot.
sometimes
That's
someone
something-
could be trying to leave, but also the circumstances.
yeah.
So like that topic is normally so.
It's very tricky.
It's very.
But if you
It's
have
fine.
real
Yeah.
friends, I feel
Yeah.
like you should lean on them.
Yeah.
Because again,
Yeah.
that way you
A
might
support
be
Yeah,
system
at
is
least-
very
yeah, you
Yeah.
might be
Yeah.
able, even if you're there,
Even if
even
it's
if you're
for
still
bits,
there,
man.
yeah, there's just something that having someone on your side does to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Because the longer you stay there, the more it has a bad effect on your mental health.
And later in life, you're
Yeah.
gonna have that childhood trauma.
But you know, it's like
Exactly.
some people
And then
don't have
you
a
go to the
choice.
same way.
Stop beating you.
No, but
wife.
you know, it's bold of us to think some people have a choice.
yeah,
You
people
know,
don't have choice.
people don't have choices.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what-
sometimes you don't look at people and feel like they are in that situation because they want to. Maybe it's because they actually physically, mentally,
they cannot.
they just can't.
Yeah.
You get me? Like
Sometimes
children who are being abused. Now, as a child, where
do you go? These are the people who are supposed to be protecting
talking
you,
from a very privileged point. People don't have.
Somebody said.
I feel like we need safe spaces then.
Exactly. I've never seen a country without a safe home.
Yeah,
all of them are usually,
somewhere.
but the ones that are there that I know are like all privately owned, and not everyone has access.
Now you see, not everyone can afford that.
Not everyone has access.
The government again.
The government is letting us down.
In a
crazy, man. But
in all aspects.
also us, I feel like if there's a way we can come together and just do something for like people. Yeah, because we keep saying the government, and then if we're from a place of privilege and we can do something about it, we can't wait for the government forever because clearly they're not helping us.
However,
they're clearly not helping us.
There are certain groups that I see have these organizations. Let me just chime in and plug someone that I know. I was doing psychology as a degree first before I dropped it. But so there's a friend of mine who's actually at Madari Hospital, and they're doing this very good work where they educate people on mental health. They take in people. It's called Dr. Samuel Njure. I think I'll send you a link to what he does.
Yeah.
But he can only do enough.
Yeah.
You see, he can only do enough. But the government itself needs to come up with structures so that even if the private sector is going to come in and we are only augmenting what the government is trying to do. You see, so after we can excuse the government, we can say what mimi nitasaidia wewe, but hao watatu, I'm not saying they mad, but wengine watatu watasaidiwa na nani? You see, so I think it's collective
to do the better parts.
They need to do the better part, because even when I look at like stories in the news, like they found this child who has been abused like by their parent or something like that. I always wonder, okay, after that, what happened?
What happened to like
so
is
you found
someone
them
helping?
Are you guys? Is someone following up that they
with that?
That they were
I know if the cops find you, not unless you have like those evil pirates who will go and bribe them and for you to come back. I know there's places that they're normally set. There's for different areas, and then in all police stations there's like a gender police and a children thing. But then they are so underfunded. Oh my god! And then it's one woman who's supposed to take care of like the whole area. Like how is she supposed to do that? And so they take them to homes and stuff. But eventually, a lot of times, these kids end up going back to that place
to the streets,
where it's just
mad.
Because if you look at it this way, if the facilities that they're being taken to, that which is supposed to be their rescue, is like they're underfunded. It's like, why did I leave my home? Yes, uko nilikuwa nachapa. And I'm like, I don't think it should be like that. Like
what you just said, like there's this page called Usikimia. So this lady takes abused kids and women and stuff. So yesterday I saw some girl who has been chained to the bed by her stepmom and brother and beaten, and her brains have been pulled out and stuff, and the neighbors know, and they're not doing shit.
The world is full of
Why are you not standing up for a child who's doing that? Like even you God will come and judge you, or whatever will happen. That's also
life
on
comes
you.
around, man.
That's
because
also on you.
There's no and watching someone suffer like this.
And you just it's none of my business. It's your business.
That's your business.
And I
it's your business.
Neighbors keep at your neighbors. That's over bro.
No, that is some things, honestly. If you see me over there in the window, I'm like trying to cut.
And I hate when you have to, instead of doing it like from a place like of humanity, it's like people who are like, they wait for it to be like, you have to think like, oh, what if it was my child? I'd like my neighbor.
That's your child.
And I'm there's that, but there's also like
you're here.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
A
it's,
child, like-
what are like some of the solutions, things we can do to like reduce the mental health issues that people have, things that we can do to kind of like simmer it down, guys who suffer from like depression, anxiety.
First, I think is to create awareness, because some people don't even know about mental. Just say, if I asked you to do social anxiety disorders, all that, you might think that you're okay. Maybe you're on social anxiety, you just think you're shy. You see, there are certain things that we've not educated ourselves on. We need to educate ourselves and educate others. We also need to put on these groups and organizations that are coming to help people who are affected.
Yeah.
You see, in case you can get into a space where these people are doing something, also take initiative. Once it comes to funding, with the little that you can have, support these groups, because they are doing well. You cannot do it by yourself. So it needs support, it needs structure, and beyond that, we should also learn to at least accept ourselves for who we really are. Because seeing yourself from someone else's eyes is very dangerous. So I believe personal acceptance about the people, the person that you are within, the person who you've known yourself to become, to be, is also very crucial.
What I'd say is maybe for us young guys and the younger people, just filtering what you take in terms of when you're on social media. Don't live that life. Relax. Stay off. If you can stay off, have a few hours on your phone. Do something constructive. Get out there, meet new people.
Yeah.
You know, don't be the face behind the phone. You know, always typing and get out there one time.
Really.
That's what to the point, bro.
Just living life. Talk to us.
Just living life.
Anyway, so I feel like, you see, like this toll-free numbers that are around. It would be nice if you have a following like you. Once in a while, like post, like if you're going through this, call this. Though you're saying awareness, clearly the government is not gonna do it. So we have to do it for ourselves. So the slightest chance you get, let people know that they can seek help. That there is somewhere to seek help. It might not be as easy or whatever, like as but it's there. And
at least it's there.
Because there's a fully. You also have a fully. You don't want to.
I think mine, and I put it in bold, I think we should just practice mindfulness. It goes without saying.
Practice mindfulness.
Yeah.
That's true, man.
yeah.
There's something that I also wanted to bring up first before you get to the next question, and it is something that has been ignored by many because it's convenient for them to do that. And it's the effect of drug abuse when it comes to mental health.
What an abuse. Yeah.
I think people should just tone down on the drugs.
Hey, this turn up. Your friend is
Those people are doing everything.
They're turning up.
You're
It is
mixing
deep.
things.
And especially now.
And music,
Mixing everything. What?
Go slow. Go slow. Let us never go to a match. Pole.
Know your
You
place.
don't need to do
Especially
everything
these
at
young
the same
people.
time. What?
Young people
People are
are
going
doing.
in.
High school students are smoking weed.
maybe I get shocked when I hear
popping
people
pills.
have overdosed. I'm like, guy, for real.
High school
happening,
you're
man.
popping
What are you
pills.
doing now?
Restraint.
And hugging alcohol.
It is not cool
Mad.
to do drugs.
Right.
It is not.
Yeah.
Some people do. Others we maybe have, but I don't think at the end of it you're gonna be laughing. That's why I said
I know you're slowly.
unasikia class A drugs, bro.
But also you should know your limit. Like, there's sometimes you drink
Unarewa
a
hadi
drink,
na-
or you, no, I mean, kuna hiyo, but kuna yenye you know your body cannot take anymore, and you
What?
still
And you still go and take some. Why? I also think that we all need to know that going for therapy is okay. You're not crazy if you seek help from outside. It's totally okay. Not to tell you where una cheese your
if anything, you're very strong.
Yeah, like exactly. Therapy is nothing scary or something you should be made fun for. If you know if you need help,
there's something I think even I should have said earlier. It's sometimes even not going for therapy is also because you. When you go there, you're going to unpack something.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're not ready.
Yeah.
Like you're not, because those things are.
You can't carry it for too long.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Can you go for a therapy session without tears?
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
That's growth.
That's growth. Yeah, that's how you know you're able to handle your emotions.
Even if things are good, I'll still cry. Like,
Some people
The
are crying.
fact that
Some
you're talking
people-
about it.
Yeah, some people are crying.
you're oversharing.
But that's the whole point of it.
I mean, yeah, you didn't pay all that money to go and lie. Like, end of
Exactly.
validation, but the online.
Yeah, man. Maybe just one last one for the source code.
Yeah.
Individual. Maybe you can tell what you've been doing during last year time like this when we're in lockdown. What has been keeping you sane?
So I joined TikTok. I was just there. I think I started to create more on socials actually because that's where I was going to get paid. So it was a challenge to create like that content at that time because I'm an outside person.
Yeah.
Like as much as sometimes I want to be like a homebody, that's just when I'm
Yeah.
busy. But I'm really like I like to be outside. I like to go outside, like to do even like such things, you know.
Yeah.
So like when I was faced with like I had gotten a brand campaign and it's like you have to create content, and in my head I was like I knew what I was going to do, and then now COVID hit and it was like damn, I have to do it at home. But like I'm never at home. I'm not really at home. I'm just sleeping. So like it was kind of, I can't say a blessing in disguise, but it pushed me to like be more creative. It was like now I
Think
can
outside the box.
Yeah, I was like now I can do things in different environments. So it kept me together because I was like, okay, I had a styling job and then it was over and then so
We're here now.
Singing life.
Bolivia.
I feel like I wanted to change my whole online presence.
Yeah.
Okay, at first I was like, I want to change and create different things. Then I lost motivation completely, like because of just being indoors. I don't know, I just lost it. I still haven't gained it back. So I'm hoping it changes.
It's coming.
Manifest.
What did I do? I got very close with my family, by the way, during this whole lockdown thing.
Yeah.
Even my relationship, hey babe, got very good.
Okay.
Basically, except from my social thing, which was actually how I was making that extra back and stuff. Apart from that, I feel like everything else in my life is very good. Like I'm living life, man. I just have lost the motivation to document it. So
Are we seeing a
I have really. I don't know. Like he's like, are you gonna be following me around with the camera? I can do that. I can do that.
Say yes.
But yeah, I'm hoping I get back the motivation because I feel like I have a backlog of content, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like even
Give
in my.
it to us. Give it to us. Give us the
Unapata job
content.
ya kwa nini?
Photographer.
Umsesa anapostia naitwanga.
Social media marriage. Yeah, but besides that, I like it. But I think things need to end now.
Mr. Chanzu, you
For
come
me,
guy.
I think saying that it kept me sane is a bit of a stretch, but I think Netflix was affordable, so I was sane for as long as I could afford it. But think that period came in phases.
Yeah.
Because I was off the grid for a while, and I decided to catch up with family, just lay back, get the whole fabric together. Then I had a lot of good friends who, checked on me once, we traveled, then I
Living
got
life.
back. No, we stayed in Pasha for like a while.
I know.
It was a minute. Like after that, I started to focus now professionally, getting my professional life going. Then late phase, like I said, let me just get active. There was a period where I suffered from lack of motivation to even, just get up. Like cartoon, I said, shit.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where I told myself that regardless of whether this thing is going to stay here or not, I still have a life to live. I started doing me, go on Twitter, go very active, and that's where I'm at.
Come on. I like that.
That's what's up, yeah.
I miss that traveling phase of lockdown.
It's coming.
For like
But it's coming. It's coming. I wonder what wameanza kupanga trip size.
Yeah. Niliona mlibook flights zote za.
We are manifesting Zanzibar.
In 1 week.
Why you manifest?
I manifest.
Speaking my leading
I
to
manifest.
na saizi washalipatia.
I manifested.
Check, watu leo kwa hii show, Chanzu. Yo guys, that has been Sauce Therapy today.
Yes, sir. Episode 3.
Yeah, man, and we have 3 amazing guests for that matter.
Man, thank you guys for coming. It's been great.
Thank you for having us. This was
Man,
We like that.
and it's me, and it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
it like that. Take care of your friends.
Check
Only
on your
just
friends
friends.
also.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
What?
Hey.
Chanzu. Drop your socials one time.
Yeah.
Wendy Wangoi on all platforms, no underscore, no nothing. I'm just simple. Basic.
_ Bolivia _ But honestly, I think I'm the only Bolivia.
There's a country.
Yeah, if it's not a country, if it's not a country's page, I don't think tapata mwingine.
So it's just Bolivia.
Yeah, just Bolivia.
You'll find it.
Alright. It's Chanzu with a C. That's on Instagram. It's Chanzu on Twitter.
Come on, Jui.
On OnlyFans. The S cause of Chanzu Coast.
But
So it's all over. Tinder, OnlyFans, kila mahali. Wait, I'm joking. Ndio watu wanafanya siku hizi pandemic time.
kwanza nana ulikuwa unaishi Naivasha.
Shaka. Chanzu sile ya Shaka. Hey, but anyway, guys, Proactive TV, man. Share, subscribe.
You know the
Like.
vibes.
As always, man. I'm Broski Floki.
Sibu Sola with the sauce.
And
And
this has been Sauce Therapy.
may the sauce be with all of y'all.